Well, welcome back. You're still watching the Big Breakfast Show. Before we move to the interview for now, the Chosen Vessels Choir of the University Christian Fellowship, Legon, as part of its annual activities, is organizing a musical concert dubbed Glory. The forthcoming edition, which marks the 13th anniversary of the musical concert and the 37th anniversary of the choir, will be held at the Accra International Conference Center. The date is Sunday, April 3rd, 2011. That's tomorrow. So make a date with them. I don't see the time here, but if I see it, I'll let you know. Okay, now we are going to talk education. There's something they call education is the key to success, and it's being organized by A to Z FEM movement, and they've been here before to talk about it. Today they are going to talk about a new dimension to this whole program, and seated right next to me is Felix G. Agbeko. He is the CEO of the movement, and next to him is Madam Josephine Kufodria. She's from the Ghana Education Service. Good morning, gentlemen and lady. Welcome. Now, briefly remind us about what A to Z FEM movement is all about.
It's an NGO. And actually, we are into addressing social problems through music and also helping the less privileged to develop their talent.
So what is new about what you're going to launch now?
And before, the last time we were here, it was about the same campaign, Teen Medication is the Key to Success. That has been approved by GES and also certified by MOAC, the Ministry of Women and Children Affairs. But now, since the public was requesting for the campaign song to be in a local dialect, now we have been able to kind of perform everything for local languages. That is Gantri, Ewe, and Awuza.
Okay.
So if you could have the chance that the music video will be played
later on, it will be played later. But let me move on to Madam Josephine. Education is a key to success. As an educationist, do you believe in this?
Thank you. Yes, I believe in it because it's an essential tool. And children have right to education.
Right.
And I believe that if this right is given to them to acquire knowledge through education, then they will be aware of what is going on in the world.
Okay.
And it is their fervent right that they know that they have the right to go to school. So that if even they come from low-income group or poor families, and they are being deprived, they will fight for that right.
Okay.
And for that matter, we have a lot of activities that have made children aware of their rights.
I'm glad you bring up the issue of a lot of activities, because over the years, I remember when they started Send Your Girl Child to School, before then there were so many programs to ensure that children know that it's important to go to school. They have role models now and all that. But what has been the main challenge why we still have this low turnout of children to school?
Well, we have activities to make children aware of their rights. In fact, me being the national coordinator of community participation, and then the ILO focal person, I had a chance to be funded to train teachers on issues of child labor and education. And then we developed a manual to train the teachers, because these children who are in child labor, because they come from low-income group or maybe from poor families, might not have knowledge of education as such. So the teachers would go back after they've been trained. They would go back to their schools and then cascade whatever they had during the training by telling the children.
Yeah, but what has been your main challenge previously? What was the biggest challenge that you had?
Because we didn't have much education for the community people, especially those in the rural areas, because they claim they come from poor families or they are from low-income groups. So they think that if you don't have money, then you can't assist your child to go to school.
And over the years, there have been music, used to get the children involved. I talk about Send Your Girl Child to School. There was a young man who also did a music about, educating children. I think, is it Obo? Obo also did something about that. Other people have done it. Do you think music can do the trick?
Music is a tool that would ginger these children, because it's one of the activities based on entertainment. The children, and even grown up, when they hear music, whether it's in English or whatever language they try to tune to.
Okay.
So I believe that using music would go a long way.
Okay, now talking about music, let's hear a bit of what is being talked about here, and then we'll move on.
Education is the key to success. Me down in my school. That's right, you know. Send them to school. Yeah. In a Zonje school. That makes even my school.
All right, so that's the English version of that. How successful was that?
The previous one.
Yeah.
We were able to.
You said no, but it was English I was hearing.
You had,
Education center. So what is,
that is the
local
like,
about that?
Me Tony Maya school in a Zonje school. You had it right.
I thought you were talking about strictly the song in Ga.
Yes.
This can be Ga. This can be Hausa. This is English mixed with Hausa and Ga.
That's right. You are very much right. You see, it's Ga tree, Hausa, and a bit of English because
Mixed.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the word education is the key, can't be really sung in either Gantry or Ewe.
You haven't approached the right people to teach you how to phrase it locally. But let's move on.
Okay.
Because there is
But
those
I think Minta Maya School,
yeah.
it shows a willingness of a child
Yeah.
wanting to go to school.
Yeah.
And we are in Accra, even though this thing is going all the way, but many people understand Minta Maya School.
Okay.
That
now,
shows that the
Minta Maya
child...
School, and the reason is in English. How do I know that reason? Minta Maya School for what? You know, that's what. But let's move on. But I think you should do one that is strictly Ga. From A to Z, as your name says, and strictly Hausa from A to Z, so that our grandmothers and great-grandmothers can understand.
Madam,
English
you are perfectly right. Can I ask you something small?
You won't make any example, any good excuse. So let's move on to that. So with this new one, what kind of impact? Okay, let's move on. Let's start with the previous one. The previous one, what kind of impact did they make?
We went very far. We were on many radio and TV stations trying to throw more light on the campaign team. Medication is the key to success. Okay. But again, as they were all asking for the local version, because if everything should be in English, how can the person who cannot speak English understand the message very well?
Okay.
That is why we came out with the very message that me Tony Maya school, me Jibe Maya school, in a Zone J school, send me to school. So with this alone, I want to go to school. That is the main sentence, the most important phrase over there. Famiko school, Kemiaya school, in a Zone J school. I think that is enough. Then thereafter, if you watch the video, it depicts everything, the concepts, tells you what we are about. So even if you watch the video, you get to understand what we are trying to kind of put across.
Okay.
So that is the reason why I was trying to say that I want to chip in something small. So I think
but for me, it's no good. There's no good excuse.
All right.
I think you should move on to do one. But anyway, it's all about money.
If
you get sponsorship, I think you can do that. It's all about money to do that because. For example, we do programs here on the breakfast show. Sometimes we get people to speak to you, but people will call and tell you that what you are saying, not everybody understands. Right. You know, you have to do one that is purely local so that people will understand. But could he understand? The money is not there. So you are trying. Congratulations. I think you've done what you need to do. So with this one, your final words. At the end of the, what do you want to see as a young person who has had some education? And you are succeeding in life because of that.
But I would like to put across this very issue that let's all take delight in encouraging children to go to school. If you see anybody trying to deprive a child of an educational right or his educational right, just try to be there for that very person, because without education, a child may grow to be exploited. The child may grow to be, just sorry to say, useless, because without education, you cannot build self-confidence. You cannot be able to speak for your right anywhere you go. So with this very message, I think if we all put our hands on deck, we can push our nation forward.
Right.
Because without education, we cannot educate people on the spread of maybe cholera and many sicknesses more. So that is what I can put across now.
Okay. Okay, madam, your final word.
Yes, in education, we also see this program as a laudable one.
Yeah.
And I deal with all NGOs whose interventions are in line with our programs, our policies. And so that was the reason why we permitted him to do this campaign.
Right.
And it will boost our aim of wanting children to know their rights and then to go to school.
Okay. Okay. So congratulations, and you will help him get some money.
Yes, some NGOs
To move on.
apply to us to give them a letter of sponsorship, especially when we know that what they are doing will benefit the children.
Okay.
So once we've given him permission to do this campaign.
I'm sure when he applies, he gets some more money.
Yes.
Yeah.
But one thing I
Okay.
wanted also to tip in is that we have a program dubbed SCREAM. And the SCREAM is an acronym which means Supporting Children's Rights Through Education, the Arts and the Media.
Right.
And through this, we've been able to train about 250 teachers on the issue of child labor and education.
Okay.
And within the training, they had about 14 models. One of them spells out the rights of the children. So during that training, the children also got to know that they have a right to go to school.
Okay. Okay. Felix has something on his,
Can I show
lips.
appreciation?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I would like to say a big thank you to Mr. Petigo of Vodafone. He's the one directing me. He's been guiding me on how best I can be able to achieve this very dream. I think had it not been in, I wouldn't have been able to come this very far. And also to my mom, Mrs. Mary
seconds are
Bukov.
ticking.
All right, all right.
Go
All
on.
right.
I'm just...
My mom, Mrs. Mary Bukov, Matters of Uganda.
Okay.
And then to all friends who have been able to help me one way or
Let me
another.
give you some free advice.
Thank you very much.
If you come on this program
All
and
right.
you want to thank people,
All right.
the smartest way you can get to come back on this program is to start thanking GBC first before you thank any other
I'm very
person.
sorry for that.
Okay.
So I say a big thank you to GTV, TV3, Radio Gold, and all the media houses who have given us very support. Thank you very
This
much.
guy wants more trouble for himself. I said GTV and he decided to. Anyway,
very sorry.
we'll deal with you after that. Anyway, the message is clear. This is just by the way, just following his legs. But the message is clear. Education is a key to success and it's important to send your children to school. We'll be back.